welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Only One Shakira here, and I'm back with another video. This video is going to be 20 unpopular opinions, relationship edition. With this video, what I'm doing is reading unpopular opinions I definitely agree with. But without further ado, let's hop into this video. Alright, so my first unpopular opinion is staying friends with your ex is healthy. I think that you can be friends with like your exes or your ex. Everybody always has like this oh, I gotta hate my ex, like, oh, I hate my ex. Like, I get it, especially if you're getting out of like a toxic relationship. I understand why you would say that. He or she probably done you so wrong that it's like, I'm never talking to them again, never. But what about like those instances where like y'all just grow away from each other? You know, it just doesn't work out. You don't have to hate that person. I'm not saying like you have to be best friends with them, but just being cordial and like being able to actually talk to them. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't feel like you have to hate your ex, no. Talking over the phone is better than texting. I agree. I would prefer to like be on the phone with you all night. You know how like y'all be on the phone and y'all be like this, your leg be all like up and stuff like that, and like you be like talking. That's how I like to be. I don't like texting because it can be taken out of context. You can read things like totally different from how the person's saying it. So I feel like hearing them say it is a lot better. That's an unpopular opinion because people like love to text. They don't really like being on the phone for real and stuff like that. But I love being on the phone. So the next one is going to be, you are the reason for your life being the way it is. I agree, because everything that you do affects you. Everything that's happening to you in your life is because of something that you have done or something that you're not doing right. I don't believe blaming your parents, your aunt, uncle, your sister, your cousin, whoever it may be. I feel like it's your life. You need to take control of your life and you need to get it where you want it to be. This next one is, I don't have a problem with abortions. I don't. I feel like people are so like into other people and like worried about what they do with their body. Look, me personally, I wouldn't get an abortion. But hey, do you, boo. Like, if you feel like that's the best thing for you, then do it. The next thing is going to be, long distance relationships can last with the right person. So many people out here who are like, long distance relationships won't last, long distance relationships are a fail, all this stuff that people be saying, and I'm like, that's not true because I'm living proof. Okay, me and my husband, we did it long distance for a while. It is hard, yes. You're gonna have doubts, you're gonna have negative thoughts, you're gonna have things like that come about. But the problem with a lot of like long distance relationships is people get into the long distance relationships already knowing that they do not want to commit to that, already knowing like, this person's gone, this person's far away, you know, I could do whatever I want and they'll never find out. Little do they know what happens in the dark comes to the light. You have to get into a long distance relationship with the right intentions, ready to commit, and with the right person. I do believe that they can succeed. I feel like if you act like you don't care, don't be mad when your boyfriend or your girlfriend finds somebody who does. You can't walk around this world thinking that like, oh, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Like, you got to care. I feel like somebody can in a relationship with you because they're unhappy and they feel like you do not care about them. So when the person leaves and find that person who say, I care, I care, I care, don't be mad. People gonna sit here and be like, oh no, you know that even when somebody says that they don't care, they really do care. Well, then stop saying you don't care if you care, boo. Like, just don't do it. Let them know that you care. It'll be easier. Because I know how I would feel if somebody kept saying like, they don't care, they don't care, they don't care. I'd be like, well, dang, what do you care about? Like, do you even care about me? Like, you feel me? Like, like what is it? Okay, so a lot of people are gonna disagree with me on this one, but it's like at the end of the day, it's just my opinion, so, you know, it is what it is. But if a relationship isn't to get married and be committed forever, like, what is it for? I was very particular with like who I dated and who I went out with. But like somebody for me, I know I'm giving my all. I'm putting my all in. I'm going ahead first. That's just the kind of person that I am. So it's like, if I'm putting time and energy into you, I want to be with you. Like, I want to be with you longer than just a season. Some people are like, well, if you date to marry, like, it's bad. It's who you choose to date. Like, you have a choice on who you date. You gotta look and see, is this person really good for me? Are they going to, you know, provide me with like what I need, and not just materialistically but mentally and physically? Like, are they going to be there? Like, and you can tell that like when you're talking to somebody. Some people, they're really good at like, you know, lying and stuff like that in the beginning, yes, but I'm not saying, you know, ignore signs and go deep into something even though you're getting like red flag, don't stay then. But if you don't go into a relationship, you know, thinking like, hey, I want to be with this person for a longer period of time, it's not gonna last. This next one is, you don't have to fight for a relationship just because you have history. A toxic relationship is a toxic relationship is a toxic relationship. If you've been with this person for 5 years and in them 5 years he done cheated on you a total of 100 times, like, why? Like, I get it, you know this person, it's hard to start new, but at the end of the day, you don't deserve that. You are worth this much, and you don't need to settle. 5 years of your life wasted, gone. No, baby, you don't need to waste another 5 more and then you're to the point where you feel like you can't get nobody else. I just don't think that you have to stay. Like, I don't think you should stay. I don't think it would be healthy. I mean, there are gonna be hiccups, there are gonna be problems. Yes, push through them, but if it's a reoccurring, continuous thing, it's like, boo, you don't deserve that. And fella, you don't deserve that neither. I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion, but what works in one relationship won't work in another. I know some people, like, they really think that, oh my gosh, if I do this and this and this and that, it should work out in this relationship, and that's not the case. I believe that everybody is different. Every key socket is not the same for every key. You have a different key groove for every lock. You can't just go trying to put an old key in a new lock. It's not gonna work. You gotta make modifications. You gotta switch it up a little bit. You gotta try new things. Learn this new person that you were trying to get with. You gotta do better for yourself and the new person that you're with. Okay, so I feel that being with each other 24/7 is unhealthy. Come on now. Like, yes, you're in love, but it's like at the end of the day, you're still a person. Like, you still need a little bit of space. You're gonna want to do things by yourself. Sometimes you just need to sit back and just think. Sometimes you just need that little space away. And I feel like people don't understand it. They feel like they need to be in lock like this 24/7 all the time. Like, wherever you go, I go. Whatever you do, I want to do. You were still 2 individual people when you decided to get together. So you cannot eliminate that whole individuality that you have. Yes, you are a couple, but it's like you still need that time alone, which is perfectly okay. Just because, and I'm gonna say this again, just because the person who you're with says I love you does not mean you have to say it back. For me, I did not say I love you until I meant it. I am not somebody who's gonna lie to you, who's gonna tell you something false. No. If I like you a lot, but I'm not to that point where I could jump over the hump and be like, I love you, then I'm not gonna say it. I know there's a lot of people who feel like they're pressured into saying it, but I'm not gonna say something that I don't mean, especially in a relationship that you're trying to build off of trust and truth. You know, like, if you're already saying I love you and you really don't love the person, you're already lying. Like, it's just not gonna work. I don't believe that you have to go through hell and back with a person to show them that you're down for them. It depends. Like, yes, if you guys went from having like a lot of money to no money together, like if you guys are going through the struggle together, I get it. Hardships, everybody go through hardships. But if it's like he cheating on you, he being unfaithful, he lying, same things keep happening with the same girl, same dude, no. Like, you do not have to keep taking this person back and hurting yourself, destroying your mental because you feel like you have to prove that they ride or die. No, but I will ride for somebody else. That shit with you has died. I'm gonna ride away. I feel like for the people who do that, you are very strong. I'm a bounce. My mental and my health it's way more important. Oh, if they're not arguing, they have problems. I don't believe that because you're not arguing means that you have problems. No, you can sit down and have a discussion with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife. A discussion is not an argument. You don't have to sit there and yell. That's unhealthy. Yes, you're going to possibly have arguments, but that don't mean you have to have an argument every day about every problem or every issue that you have just because people say that. You don't have to have an argument to solve your problem, because people who have arguments all the time, they are always in some kind of like disagreement about something because they feel like they have to argue. No. You could simply just talk. You can have a discussion. Let's turn these arguments into discussions. I feel like relationships that do not have discussions have a lot of problems. I don't believe that there's such thing as the honeymoon phase. It's been a roller coaster, freaking like loops, upside down, through tunnels, just everything. For me, there's never been a point where like we were just, oh my gosh, oh my god. I feel like the honeymoon stage just makes you blind, it makes you oblivious, it makes you naive. I'm just pretty stern in the beginning. Like, I set my boundaries, I know what I want, and you know, if I see you like, you know, staring away from things that I've said to you, I will talk to you about it. I'm not gonna ignore all those just because like, oh my gosh, you're so new. No, let's get straight to the point. Are you here to waste my time, or are you here to actually be with me? it'd be a full investigation. Like, that's just me. There's so many people about to be like, ew, Shakira. You can fart in front of your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. I've worked with people and stuff who be like, oh, I hold in my fart, I do not fart. Like, girl, I'm letting it out. If it gotta come out, it's coming out. Of course, it's a level, because it's like when we first meet or whatever, I'm not gonna be like, you know, but once I get comfortable with you and everything, I'm not about to hold my fart in. Like, that's dead. Girl, we human. He fart too, she fart too. It is what it is. You can't rely on your partner to make you happy. It don't work like that. No. If you sit there and rely on your partner to make you happy, you're gonna be sad a lot, because they cannot read your mind. You have to do things for yourself that makes you happy, so they can notice that makes you happy. So then they can do those things for you. Nobody's gonna be this perfect human being that does everything you like and that makes you so happy. Like, no, let's get real. Like, let's bring the reality up into this. People really be sitting here expecting somebody to read their mind, to do exactly what they think they should do, and it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. You don't have to post your relationship. Just because you don't see pictures of like a girl with her boyfriend or whatever, or her husband, and just because you don't see a guy with his girlfriend or wife or whatever, does not mean that they're not in a relationship. They just don't want y'all to know. I don't feel like you have to post them in order for it to be legit. It's your social media platform. It's what you choose to share with the world and what you choose not to share with the world. You can be fully happy with the person that you're with and just don't want to post it. So I'm gonna move to 18. People think that like going to bed angry is like very unhealthy. You're not going to be able to talk about everything right then and there when you're mad, because when you talk when you're mad, you say things that you don't mean. You know, just laying down, resting on it, giving it to God, and hopefully in the morning y'all can solve everything. But some people, you know, they feel like they gotta talk about it. They cannot go to bed mad, and that's going to happen whether you want it to or not. That's gonna happen sometimes. And number 19, there is nothing wrong with moving fast. If you know what you want and you know what you're looking for, then like go for it. Just be safe. Like, be aware of the red flags that you see, but if you don't see anything, everything feels crystal clear, get to know the person. Be happy. Like, I don't think there's a time limit on that. Last but not least, I don't believe that commitment is hard. If you truly care about somebody, you can be committed to them. Our generation, they really act like, you know, it's so hard to commit. It's so hard to be with somebody. If you care about that person, resist those urges. If it's something that you truly want, then you'll do whatever it takes. And that's what I believe. Alright, you guys, but that concludes this video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to follow me on all of my social medias at only1shakira, and be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more videos. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.